feel so hard, and a lion slowly forming like a boulder in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy, heavy friendly.
There is an eagle flying. Yeah!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Heavy Friending.
Let's do it serious.
See,
you just sound too happy.
Here's what happened. You told me to do the intro.
I know.
And then
That's
you
true.
said, don't do it the way that you just did it.
I know. I just thought maybe you would. I would be pleasantly surprised instead I was disappointed.
See, this is the trap that sometimes men find themselves in.
Oh, don't make it about that.
I'll make it about me because I'm a man. But
we'll
it is,
make it about
I think
you,
everyone.
but don't make it about me and don't make it about women. So,
well, all I'm saying.
I don't want to start this way. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
Okay, let's not start this way. Let's be nice.
Yeah, why don't you do the intro?
I'll do it. All right. Okay. Hello, listeners of Heavy Friending. Is that spooky?
No.
It's your old pal Laura Lee Bishop and your old pal Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And this evening we did something fun together.
Yeah, it's late.
Mm-hmm. It is late because we just got back from the movies.
Well, one movie. It's called Hereditary.
It's going to be bad tonight.
It's called Hereditary.
No, you almost didn't say it correct. No, just keep it going. Let's get this train going. Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes, hey, listeners, sometimes we restart the podcast when we think it's bad.
Yeah.
And that was me questioning if this was bad enough to restart. And that was Laura saying,
it's not bad enough yet.
The standards are slipping when it's this late.
That's true, I think.
And that's what we like. So,
and I have a show tomorrow. I got to get up early. I got to,
so you want to get this done as quick as you can.
Yeah. I got to get my beauty sleep. I got to let my vocals rest and everything.
Yeah. Well, this is important. So thank you so much for listening. If you're here just because you want to know a little about this movie, Hereditary, it's really a struggle. I want to say Heredity.
I want to say Heredity too.
But it is Hereditary.
But so it seems like it should be Heredity, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Let's think about it.
We're not restarting, right?
Okay,
We'll keep going.
Going.
This is all good.
We're never going to stop.
Do not edit that out.
I won't.
Because that was good.
Yeah, because we were both looking and searching for, answers.
And the nice thing is that matches this movie. There's some suspense. Were they going to say something? Were they thinking of something? Mm-hmm. And you're doing a thing that people will understand if they've seen the trailer or the movie. If you've seen
the trailer or the movie, you'll know what I'm doing.
But before we get into the movie, we need to explain who we are and what's happening. So this is a podcast. Idea. This is our first time doing a movie. Generally,
this is our first time to go to the movies together.
Yes.
Although we were at the same movie together, which I've said on the podcast before we knew each other, when we both went to Blair Witch at the same exact time.
We saw the new Blair Witch, which, as you all know, is the better Blair Witch.
I thought it was actually really good.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen the old one. I just know people made fun of it.
The old one was good. It was innovative, but not so entertaining.
Okay.
But we're talking about movies, so it's okay for us to give our opinions.
So I'm still trying to explain what this podcast is.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So it's about my friend-ish person,
you
Laura.
Had to correct yourself because
Laura and I. Throughout this, we didn't know each other. Like Laura said, we randomly would be at things together. And then through each episode, we'll do something to see if we become better friends. And this episode, we got a sneak peek. We got to see Hereditary before most people. A lot of people saw it. Some people saw it at South by Southwest.
Well, because we're press, Joe. We're heavy friending.
And freedom of the press.
Yes, that's right.
Let us say what we want about this movie.
Sure, and there will be nothing fake about our news tonight.
Yeah, okay? And they're not going to Roseanne Barr cancel us.
Oh, definitely not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going to say some controversial stuff.
Of course.
Oh, of course.
But it'll all be politically correct.
Oh.
On my end.
Oh.
So, I mean, if you want to be the controversial one this evening, maybe we'll change it up a little bit. I'm tired of being the one.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking people might listen to this episode because they're like, oh, I want to know about this Hereditary movie.
Hereditary.
You know, or maybe some people saw the movie and they're like, I want to hear what other people think.
Well, why don't you read the synopsis of this film, because you just had it up and you read it so well.
Well, have you seen the trailer?
I saw the trailer a long time ago.
Me too, yeah.
In the movie theater when I was seeing another film.
Do you remember? I remember just a lot of like random things happen.
A lot of that.
There was that. There's a creepy girl. You know that in the trailer.
And no offense to her.
Is this going to be Roseanne Barr level?
No. I mean, no. We're not going to go there. She was great in it. She was very good.
The acting, I mean,
very well cast.
Was very good. Okay, so here's what it says on IMDb as their little mini summary.
Yeah.
When the matriarch of the Graham family passes away, her daughter's family begins to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry. So that, I mean, now that we've seen the movie,
now that I've seen it, I don't think that tells you anything about the film.
Well, it tells you when you've seen it, you go, "Oh, I know what they're saying."
Right, but I don't think
you don't know anything
doesn't prepare
from hearing
you
that.
for what's going to happen to you.
So that's the thing. We're going to try not to spoil plot points.
Yeah,
here.
we're going to talk about things that happen, but nothing that is a spoiler. I'm a crazy person about spoilers. I would never say anything that is going to ruin anyone's experience or any surprises.
Yeah.
But we'll just, we'll be very general here.
We'll be very general. And
the great thing is, if we do spoil something in our conversation here, I'll just edit it out. It'll be redacted.
No.
So if you guys hear a beep, a loud beeping noise, or something seems altered to you, well then, I had to get rid of it for your own sake.
Or maybe it's like a spooky effect you've added.
That's true. Or maybe the government is censoring us again. Oh. I'm so tired of it.
I know.
You?
Why do they... I'm flattered they love the podcast, but I wish they'd let us speak.
Yeah, I do too.
So
But let's give the listeners an update real quick on you.
What about it?
Joe has a mustache.
Oh.
So...
Didn't know that was going to be worthy of a mention.
Just want people to know what's going on with you. It's worthy of a mention a bit because...
Tell me.
People have commented on it, and someone told you this evening that it made you look badass, which I think no one should say that to you.
Wait.
I don't want you getting things going to your head like that.
But what is your opinion of it? You like it.
I do like it. I think it suits you. I do.
Which is strange. Don't you think?
That I like it?
No, it's strange to not have a mustache than have one, and then kind of, because sometimes, people change something and you're like, well, that doesn't work, or that.
Right.
But it's sometimes just because it's new. But for a lot of people have gravitated towards the mustache.
Well, I want to say this though. I like it, but don't make it a forever thing. Do you know?
No.
Somebody does something and then it's like for fucking ever. Now you're going to have one forever.
This might be here for a week, 2 weeks.
Oh, longer than that.
Okay.
But not like, I don't want to see you at, my child's christening when you're the godfather walking up with a mustache, I want you to change the look every now and then.
If this helps you, I don't think you'll see my mustache at your child's christening.
I feel like you're being a little shit right now.
What?
I feel like you're trying to imply that you won't be at the christening at all and that you won't be godfather.
Maybe take that as you will. Take that as you will.
Well, I'm taking it as you're being a shit.
Well,
that's how I'm taking it.
As you will.
All right, Joe.
But thank you so much. I want to point out what's happening here too.
Okay.
We came here right after the movie to your house.
We just saw it, so we're high off that movie.
And you changed wardrobe. Now you're wearing a pajama set.
Yeah.
And the design.
Yeah.
It's
cute, right?
It's a pink, and then it's with pancake, big stacks of pancakes.
Yeah, and every time I put these on, I'm not kidding you. Every time I put them on and I look at them, I want pancakes so bad. Oh, I almost want to just take a bite of my arm.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of sets of pajamas?
No, I don't. What I'm wearing right now, I would never sleep in my real life.
Oh.
But because I have a company, I'm not going to come out what I usually wear to sleep, which is just a long t-shirt and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That would have been.
Yeah.
So these are guests.
These are my guest jammies.
Your guest jammies, which is weird though, because it's just I think it's weird when one person's sort of fully clothed and then the other person's
I am fully clothed.
No,
I'm wearing long pants.
No,
and
I know
a
you
shirt.
are. I mean like you're clothed for bed.
You look like you're a little bit clothed for bed, sir. No offense.
I look like a badass, and you said
are wearing,
it.
No, I didn't say it. Someone else
agreed.
said it to you, and I stopped him and told him to clarify what he meant. And then when he did clarify it, it was even worse, that you were going to, that you could
Kick someone's ass.
It was shocking that he said that.
I think it's true. I also had a cool denim jacket on. I had a nice jean jacket.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah.
Joe looks more, just for the listener, he looks more like a hipster than a badass. He looks more like he's going to go drink a craft beer than he is going to kick someone's ass.
Yeah, but I could do both.
Well, you could, you know what? Sure.
Well, the other key too that we figured out is I have to just shut my mouth too if I really want to portray this illusion of like a tough guy who's going to kick someone's ass.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's take a break though.
Oh, before
let's take a break.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to leave it like how the movies do.
Oh, a cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
Oh,
yeah.
wait. Well, let's do something like dramatic.
Don't.
What?
Look.
Yeah.
Over your shoulder. But in the mirror, reflected behind you, there is a woman sitting on your shoulders. You know how you said your neck was hurting earlier? She's been there this whole time.
Is she cute or?
If the state of decay wasn't as it is, I think there was probably a time when she was pretty hot.
Oh, she like the woman in the bathtub in The Shining?
No, I was doing like a what's that movie? I can't remember which one it is, but the guy, the whole movie, he's like he's rubbing his neck and rubbing his neck. He does something fucked up to somebody. It's a foreign horror film, and his neck is bothering him. And the very oh wait, this may be a spoiler alert, so I can't tell anybody.
Well, it's a weird spoiler because you haven't said what the movie is.
It's from an extremely old movie, so I can't. Let's talk about that. What's the rule with spoilers? Like, how old does something have to be before it's spoiled? Like The Shining. I mean, can we spoil The Shining?
Well, maybe it matters to who you're talking to.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to a child, they haven't seen everything, so maybe you shouldn't spoil things.
But children shouldn't be listening to this, should they?
I think we have a big young fan base.
Yeah, but parents, don't let your kids listen to this. They're not ready.
Their parents are not listening to their children listening to this. They don't know.
I've talked to people who've said they listen to it with their kids in the car. Okay.
Whoa.
So
with all the talk you do?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I've called CPS on a couple people. I had to. Yeah. I mean, I'm a good citizen and I do my job. Anyway, I won't go into more details about the other movie because I don't want to ruin a movie that no one's seen before. And
yeah, well, you don't even know the title.
Literally
of
like
it.
a decade old.
I don't know if you can spoil a movie if you don't say what the title is.
Yeah, but if I do say the title now, I will spoil it.
But you don't know the title. You do know the title?
I have an idea of what it is.
Well, don't say that part. Just say the ending of the movie. So a guy's rubbing his neck. It's not really giving away what's happening.
Well, I gave it away just now. Well, he's rubbing his neck the whole time. And then it turns out he's got this camera and he's like taking pictures, it's flashing, and then he takes a picture and he ends up dying, I guess. But in the picture, when it gets developed, there's been a woman on his neck, on his shoulders the whole time. What are you talking about,
a woman?
An apparition, a spirit has been on his shoulders.
With her legs?
Yes.
Around his...
Yes, and pulling around on his head and shit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. And it's like, that's the whole twist ending of the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, and we don't know the movie, so that could be any movie with a guy and a camera.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Is it 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams?
No, but I like that one.
I haven't seen it. But
you haven't?
No.
Well, that one's on Supernatural. It's just more psychotic.
Well, we'll get into more of movies we've seen, and because I want to know how
I
into
love saying
horror
we're going to go on a break and then not going on it. We do that a lot.
That's the suspense. We did it.
We built it up.
Mission accomplished. We'll be right back. Or not.
No, let's just keep talking, and then I'm just going to cut it randomly. You know, like I'm going to cut it in the middle of a sentence. I can mix that in stereo too and make it sound like it's coming from all different directions.
That's cool. That'll only work if they're...
Oh, hey, sorry, we didn't notice you were there.
Who?
Listener. Whoa. We were just talking and I didn't even... that almost spooked. Yeah.
That spooked me.
Yeah.
That's when you get a tight shot of the guy's face and then he's like... His
looking
eyes
around.
are slowly moving to the side.
Yeah.
And the music builds and he slowly turns and he's like, oh, they were listeners the whole time.
Yeah, just listeners, not a ghost.
That's the Shyamalan twist to this podcast, is that sometimes people listen. But anyway, speaking of people that listen and enjoy and consume this podcast, there's a way you can support us with money.
Yeah. And that's the best way to support anything. If you really support something.
The church, they take offering.
Oh, God. And they don't have to pay taxes. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Do we have to pay taxes on Patreon? Probably.
I should probably be doing that.
Oh, boy.
Reporting it as some sort of an income. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's not up high enough yet. Maybe not even be considered taxable income yet.
That's true.
So,
but
let's talk a little bit about churches.
I don't want to.
Tax-free status. Are you kidding me?
Well,
what the fuck? You telling me Scientology's not paying taxes? That's bullshit.
Well, I've seen that documentary. Speaking of spoiler alerts.
Spoiler alert, it's a cult.
So anyway, regardless of your opinion on churches, and the point is you can donate to things you like. And that is the law of the land. Citizens United said money equals speech. And when you give us money, we'll speak.
Yeah, and we'll speak for you. We're here to brighten your day. We're here to make life a little easier to bear.
Yeah, you're going to be on the Scientology bad list.
You're going to want to pay us, though.
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, me?
You're going to be on the Scientology bad list.
Oh, I've been on that. I'm an SP. I'm a suppressive person.
I'm saying that's good for the listeners because you can speak for them.
Yeah.
You're going to go to Scientology jail. And then they're like, okay, cool. Yeah,
so you can email us at heavyfriending@gmail.com if you want to direct anything towards Scientology through me. Mm-hmm. And you can also find us on Patreon at patreon.com/heavyfriending if you want to support our podcast and support this anti-Scientology rhetoric that we are spreading.
But Laura's only going to read your messages if you're a patron.
Oh, of course, yes.
So...
Yeah, you need to make sure that money's coming in.
We need that money.
Just like Scientology does.
The cool thing about Patreon is you get to choose kind of how much you want to spend. So if you're like, well, my Netflix bill is this much, this podcast is as good or better than all the Netflix series and films that you have access to. Combined. So I want to spend $30 a month. Well, that's fine.
How much you spend on a coffee at Starbucks, Joe?
Oh my gosh, $6?
Yeah, you do. What are you doing that every morning?
Yeah, every night too.
How about $5 a month over here to support quality content?
Hey, give up the coffee. Maybe give up that beer. Those are empty calories.
Maybe drink a little water. Maybe get hydrated.
I like to eat my calories. Don't drink them.
That's right. That's so right.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, you guys find us patreon.com/heavyfriending.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Some spooky things happened while we were on break. I saw the lights flicker. Yeah. And a glass shattered.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you believe in,
supernatural stuff?
I have video. Someone said something. They're like, we were in a haunted a house that they said had, a ghost in it. And they, so my friend was like shooting cell phone video and, the chandelier was behind me and she's like, if you're here, make the light flicker. And, I didn't see, I wasn't facing the light and I guess she didn't notice, but then when we looked at it later, the light did flicker right when she said, make the light flicker.
Right,
and
it was an old chandelier though, right? So, I mean,
well, it's an old house that's haunted, but it never flickered
and
we
all
were there
footage?
we were there for hours and we were recording video. Yeah. So it's weird. So I don't know. It doesn't prove anything.
So you're saying that maybe you do believe?
No, I'm just saying, have you, I think I kind of believe, but do you believe or have you had anything weird?
This is what I'm going to say. First of all, I don't want to welcome any of that shit in here. I'm a very superstitious person. I don't believe in supernatural shit. I don't believe in heaven and hell. I don't really believe in an afterlife at all. I'd love to. It sounds wonderful, but I don't. However, when I say I don't, I feel like it's inviting things.
Oh yeah.
So I get worried. So I want to err on the side of caution and say I don't really know. I don't know. And I think the same thing with, some people think, religious people are a bunch of dumbasses and they're believing in some shit that's not there. And I say the same thing about atheists, Don't say something is 100% that you can't fucking know.
Interesting. Okay? You're just making everyone mad, which I think is respectable.
I want equal opportunity here. I'm going to defend the atheists and the Christians.
I've met people who've had weird things happen and I have no reason to believe they would lie. So I'm open to it. I haven't had anything personally.
Did you just hear that noise though?
Yeah.
But did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear what it sounded like?
Yeah. Well, it sounded like a wood
block, but it sounded a little bit like.
It definitely sounded like that, but that's just because we
house.
watched that movie, though, don't you think?
But I've never heard that noise before in my house.
So now you're scared.
Well, let me say this. John's out of town.
Your
My husband, John, is out of town at a bachelor party in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
He left today, and I'm going to be by myself tonight when you leave. So when he's not here, which has been rarely, only a few times has he gone out of town without me. And on those nights, I do get kind of scared to be by myself.
Some of us are alone
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. And I used to be. That's the thing is I used to always.
Because you have a dog here too.
I used to always be alone. Yeah, but he freaks me out. He'll hear a little fucking noise and he'll start looking out the window and start jumping around and he'll get this look on his face like he's looking at a ghost in front of him. And I'm like, what is it, boy? And he'll like look at me and then look at this thing that he can see that I can't see.
Yeah.
And I get so scared.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about that when you leave.
Well, in this
house. You want to stay or?
This house is, unless you have matching PJs.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
This house is old and haunted, right?
It's from the 80s, I believe. So there's probably
old.
Some weird Ashley or Jessica or Heather running around in here.
Yeah.
But
there's some dark stuff happening. A
lot of pastels. A lot of peachy colors in here.
I can sense that. Yeah. That would be funny if you had a guy come in here and he's like,
I see neon. I see
Lisa Frank folders. I like that.
I sense a parody here. I don't know. We got an idea. Let's do it.
We just gave it away.
Speaking of spoilers.
Okay.
Well, wait, let's talk about movies for a little bit
That's
first.
what I wanted to do.
Let's keep delaying this. We're building suspense. And that's what these movies do. Because, when you see a horror film, well, when you see any film, really, you don't start off in the action most of the time.
Well, especially with this movie. I mean, to allude to what we'll talk about further, this movie is a builder, not a...
It's a slow burn, but does it burn?
Oh,
it does.
hint.
Let me tell you.
There might be some burning.
And let me tell you, well, I was on fire in there because I just want to let you guys know. There's a lot of, I saw a couple flaccid dicks in that film.
Oh, boy.
I told you I was going to tell the people about it. And that's not a spoiler. That's just letting you know, hey, you got kids? Don't take them to this movie.
Well, definitely don't. The dicks are the least of their problems. They're going to be some scarring images.
I went to see A Quiet Place and there was literally a 3-year-old fucking kid sitting next to me. Okay?
What's that rated?
It's a fucking scary movie. I don't know. PG-13? R? I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't for a fucking 3-year-old. So people bring their kids to these movies. Listen, if you don't want your kid to see flaccid dicks, don't bring him to this movie. But if you do want him to see flaccid dicks, it's a perfect film.
Well, there's different images that I think I want to put my foot down and say, don't bring your child. There are other images that children shouldn't see.
That's true. That's worse than a flaccid dick.
Yeah, because we've all seen them.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Some of them, some kids have them.
Some kids
right? Not to talk about children's dicks or anything. But I think the people who made this film are going to want to spread this podcast out.
That's what I hope. I hope
we're
Toni Collette.
I love her. Let's talk about her performance.
Okay,
oh my God.
Let's talk. Sure, why not?
What a performance.
Well, she
carried that film.
Yeah, she carried the film. She needed to be good, and she was.
She always is. Have you ever seen her in anything where she wasn't fabulous?
I'm trying to think what I've seen her in.
Sixth Sense.
Oh, she was in that?
Yeah, she's the mom that's like, talk to me. You have to talk to me.
Spoiler alert.
Talk to me. You have to talk to me.
That's one of her lines.
I don't even think that's the actual line. Yeah, she's the mom in The Sixth Sense.
Interesting. Okay, I haven't seen that for so long. I just don't remember.
So, for example, The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Could we spoil that movie? Is that possible? It's been parodied so many times. People have said that famous line from it that I don't want to be the one to say a million times on a million different things. Are we assholes if we were to talk about the plot of Sixth Sense?
I do think there's a strong case if you did spoil it that you're fine.
If Scary Movie has parodied it, then I think,
That movie though is
Scary Movie.
That movie is all about the twist though. Mm-hmm. So maybe if it's a movie that's built upon a twist, maybe you shouldn't spoil that ever.
Well, then I guess a bunch of different things have spoiled that then. Because how many times have you heard that line on different things?
Wait, but
when they're making fun of it.
Actually, that's not a spoiler. I see dead people is the line you're talking about, right? That's not a spoiler.
Yeah, you don't know that he sees dead people for the whole front half of the fucking movie.
No, I mean,
there's another twist, yes, but you don't know he's disturbed. He's doing stuff like this all the time.
So
the therapist is trying to figure out. He's in the hospital room and something's been bothering him, and then he says
I see dead people as public domain.
Okay, cool.
That's what I would say.
Okay,
but I would say don't give away maybe another twist, maybe not a twist.
So let's talk about our love of movies. Do you love movies?
Okay, I have Did I tell you this? Oh, you've been to my apartment. I have movie posters on the walls. I like movies.
I have all mine upstairs.
Oh, you do? What ones do you have?
All Star Wars, some scary movies I like. Planet Terror is up there. Labyrinth.
Interesting.
Nightbreed, just stuff.
I don't even know what that is.
Probably don't know a lot about what's up there.
Is it about a guy that has a camera?
It's a Clive Barker thing. You just have to.
So he has a camera and there's
he
a woman.
has a camera. There's a woman on his back.
Yeah. I generally I have Blazing Saddles poster.
Love Blazing Saddles.
Muppets Take Manhattan. I have.
I remember that.
2001: A Space Odyssey. So I think I generally lean towards I have Planet of the Apes.
That's a very eclectic mix, though.
It is an eclectic mix, but really mostly because of the Muppets, because that's real far from...
but Blazing Saddles to the Muppets to 2001: A Space Odyssey, that's a very eclectic mix there.
It's an eclectic
It's all
mix.
of three of them.
I do love Stanley Kubrick. I do like science fiction. I mean, 2001 has elements of...
Also has really long elements of boredom for me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Talk
I like it. Now
burn.
I like it. That's a real slow burn.
Oh, wow. I saw that when I was a kid and I was like, the fuck is happening?
Me too. And then I came back. I remember watching it on VHS. And then I watched it again. I don't know why. Because I remember watching it the first time and just, not getting it. So maybe it was I just knew it was good, but I couldn't process it. But now, I love it.
Well, for me, I love horror movies. That's probably out of the movies I watch when I can pick any movie I want to watch. I would say 90% of the time it's a scary movie.
Do you have a favorite or a top kind of few?
I love Hellraiser. That's one of my favorites. You ever seen that one?
No.
Oh man, you got to watch Hellraiser. So I think my introduction happened because when I was little, first of all, my dad, we rented so many movies. He loved movies. We love movies. We rented movies all the time. But my dad was the kind of dad that liked to, oh, you're old enough. You're fine. You can watch it.
Oh, interesting.
So he would let us watch stuff we probably shouldn't watch.
This might make sense. Because I was raised to, they didn't want us to watch our movies until we were,
Yeah. Now, my mom
30.
would find out and fucking flip out. But that's what's great about, it sounds stupid, but it's nice to have two parents. And not just a mom and a dad, or two dads, two moms, whatever. It doesn't matter. But you're getting two different personalities, and that helps create a well-rounded person. Because whereas my mom was so protective and wouldn't let us see anything, if it had been just her, oh my God, I wouldn't be so fucking cool. I wouldn't have, Nightbreed poster up there. Okay. But my dad showed us these weird that's how I saw Labyrinth, my favorite movie in the entire world for the first time, was when I was little.
Is that that's the David Bowie?
Yes, it's the David Bowie.
Is that
and all his manhood
immature for a child, or too mature for a child?
Oh well, when we saw it, I think I was way too young to see it when I saw it.
Oh,
because there's little monsters and Muppet. Yeah, but it's a little bit. Little kids get scared of those.
It is dark.
Things.
Yeah, a little darker than
you'll see when you get around little kids. I mean, just making a weird face sometimes, or you put a mask on to be funny, and they fucking flip out.
Yeah, you have a mustache. You walk into a room, they're like, whoa.
But there was that movie times 1,000 in that movie because there's just a million monster Muppets running around.
Yeah,
so that was maybe my first scary movie, and I loved it because it was scary, but it had that fantasy, and it had that amazing, beautiful man singing songs to me, and it was just magical.
Do you ever see? You watch the Rugrats, right?
I've seen the Rugrats. Yeah.
Do you remember? Is there an episode where I think an alien kind of thing comes to the window when he's sleeping, Tommy, and it kind of looks in the.
Do you think maybe
it's attached to a spaceship? I think it comes in.
Maybe you're describing something that happened to you, bud.
No, I'm not. So why I bring that up is even that frightened me, and that image was always in my head of someone, and that was Rugrats.
Rugrats, yeah.
So things as a child could really.
Yeah, and I saw Hellraiser on USA. Now my dad wouldn't show me Hellraiser is pretty extreme to show a little kid, but we watched that on USA Network when we weren't supposed to because it would come on during the days, and that scared the shit out of me. I saw that at a very young age. And the premise of that movie, this is why it would bother me so much, is the premise of that movie is there's a box that it's like a puzzle box. And if you open it, it opens the gates of hell. Okay. And when the gates of hell open, these bitches come and take your ass to hell.
That's not a good thing.
But the thing that bothered me about it is that she opens this box. But she doesn't know what she's opening. Like the other people, they're trying to open the gates of hell. She doesn't even know what the fuck it is. And it opens up and then they're trying to drag her ass to hell. And she doesn't even know. That's not fair. And so it used to bother me. I'm like, am I going to pick up a random object one day and like Pinhead's going to show up and take me to hell?
Wow. Yeah.
You know?
That just got you to fear objects.
Yeah. I just wouldn't touch anything.
That's not good.
Yeah. That's why I can't even pick up my own glass of water and you have to always feed it to me.
You can't just exist anymore. That's a powerful movie though. If it does just like Truman Show.
You should.
Yeah, I always thought people were watching. Maybe I'm always afraid of people watching me. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe.
And then what a career choice I
chose.
chose.
I know you did.
Well, maybe it is about being in control of your of what people see.
Or you're facing your fear every day.
I don't know. I think my favorite like horror, but I don't know if you'd agree that this is horror, but I love like The Shining, and
I think The Shining is a horror film.
You do? Mm-hmm. Yeah, then that's probably
I love The Shining.
my favorite.
I think that's a great movie.
Yeah,
I think it's a great movie.
I don't know if I always like traditional horror movies. Like I like Hitchcock stuff. Like I like the suspense almost more maybe than horror.
I love
but
Hitchcock
I love
movies. My family on every Sunday we used to watch a Hitchcock movie together.
Yeah. But this movie, I would say Hereditary, sort of fits in a little bit where I feel like it isn't like full on, to me, it's like, it's more in the line. It's more in line with movies I like in this genre where it is like, it is building and it's like
a character study.
Right. And it's because it's sort of relatable, it's about a family and I think that gives it its power, just like in The Shining where you see the family structure. And
did you ever read that book?
I'm not reading books.
Oh, okay. Just wondering. Sure.
No.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why you asked that question.
No, it's just I was going to say if you had read it, we could have talked about how different the book is from the movie. And when you read the book, there's a very interesting dimension on that character, on Jack Nicholson's character. You see more of a struggle.
You read.
I read. It's
book.
Present tense.
I don't read anymore. But yeah, so you like this movie though, right?
I really liked it. I give it out of 10.
Whoa.
I give it out of 10. I give it an 8. 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. On IMDb, I think I said 7.5. It has 100 on Rotten Tomatoes as of recording time. So it seems like
what do you
people
give it out of 10?
very like it. Well, I would do out of 100 like Rotten Tomatoes. So I would give it
an 80.
No, I don't know. I think you liked it more than me. So I will say I think I might go with the 72.
That's 72. So 7.2 then out of 10.
I think so. I was trying, because it's weird to watch a movie and then immediately sort of like express your thoughts on it.
But I think I liked it more than 0.8 than you did. So I'm going to I'm going to change mine to 9 or 90.
Whoa.
And it makes you look like more of a negative Nancy too.
You know what? I'm going to change mine.
Okay.
I'm going to be a 7.6.
Oh, well, I'm going to go with 9.3. So.
Well,
suck on that.
Now I'm going down. I'm going to a 3.2.
I have no choice but to go with the 6, I guess.
You're going to. Oh, we're bad at this. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird because I just don't think I connected as much with it maybe as you.
But you liked it.
I liked it very much.
It had some great, it had some good jump scares. It had some, a lot of suspense. It had a lot of
the
build.
music was
the score was great.
And as we said, the performances were really good. There's the little girl, Millie, who's a really good actress. Her character is Charlie.
She was great. Shout out to Millie.
She's, there's something about these little kids who can just freak you out. It's an amazing skill.
A new Haley Joel Osment.
Well, haven't you said this before where you're like afraid of having a child that is like scary?
I don't know if I've said that to you, but I am afraid of that. Aren't we all?
Like, I mean, they show this in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling it unless you refuse to watch trailers. But, she cuts off the head of a pigeon with scissors.
Yeah.
But imagine like if you had a child.
Yeah.
And she just like walked up to you with a pigeon head that she's just cut off of the pigeon body.
Well, I'd send her away. She'd be gone.
Yeah, but
you can't.
There's
have
also
that in your
part
house.
of you that I assume would have love for that child.
Sure.
So that's where the problem comes in.
Yeah.
And that's slightly addressed in the movie, but that's not really what the movie's about.
No, it's not. It's not.
It is hard to talk about, though, because I really don't want to spoil it. Because that's what makes it powerful, too, is like not knowing.
And listeners, tweet at us when you go see it. It's coming out on Friday.
Slide into our DMs if you don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, if you don't want to spoil
on your
it.
Twitter feed.
Tweet at us your thoughts once you see it. We'd love to hear what you think. I would.
Yeah,
I want to see how it goes. I want to see what the audiences think.
Well, it is because, I feel like recently horror films have gotten more respect in like filmmaking, because really it is hard to craft a great, like, Hitchcock or, The Shining. Like, I think this definitely fits in with, Get Out and some of these newer horror films where people are like paying attention to them as like amazing storytelling.
Yeah. Maybe one of these days they'll get nominated for Best Picture. Who knows?
Get Out was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has I guess one's probably won. Do you think?
Well, maybe like a movie like The Shining or something. But in recent years, like usually horror films aren't like respected in that way.
It's always some British, thing about a noble.
my boy. And you're like, okay, we get it. Daniel Day.
I know. Well, he's done now.
He's done with acting?
Didn't he?
Oh, I don't know.
I think this was his last one.
Or is he dead, is what you're saying?
Well, spoiler alert. I hope he's fine. Oh, here's a question for you. We both know that the name of the movie is Hereditary. Mm-hmm. What would you name the movie?
I know what I would name it.
Yeah.
Old Flaccid Dick. The Laura Bishop story. What about you?
I like that. I would first of all name the pigeon.
Well, give that pigeon a name. That pigeon had a life.
What's a good pigeon name? Like, I don't know, Jim Flappers.
Gertrude.
Oh, you. I was thinking Jim Flappers.
Sure, Jim Flappers.
So then I would call it The Decapitation of Jim Flappers.
Oh, wow, that's powerful.
I think it's good. It's sort of like Fantastic Mr. Fox or something.
Yeah, and then you could do a spinoff about, a prequel of sorts about Jim Flapper's life before he was decapitated.
Yeah. Well, I was a little annoyed, that I guess they didn't go into his backstory.
Yeah, like he's a person too. He may have a family too.
Yeah. Because you know what? I'm going to connect much more with his decapitation if I know his wife's going to be waiting at the nest like
100%.
Are you is he late at the office again?
Yeah. And then when the officers show up at the door and she goes, no, not Jim. Oh, God.
The children. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because when she took that scissor, I was like, oh, whatever. It's just a fucking bird. But if I knew it was Jim Flappers,
oh my gosh,
the father of 3 triplets, not 3 kids, but 3 sets of triplets. It's an amazing story.
Oh, so sort of a wasted opportunity. Yeah, I stand by my rating of 3.
The people at Hereditary. Oh, Hereditary!
You said it wrong.
Damn it, fucker! I feel like it should be Heredity.
What does heredity mean?
The same thing, hereditary. They're just different. One's like a noun and one's a verb or something. Or an adjective.
Well, I'm sure some nerd will be like,
actually,
I've
it's
seen
an
the
adverb.
movie, and this is referencing this aspect.
No, I get why they called it that.
You do?
Yeah. In terms of the film, I do.
Oh, I'd love to hear.
But I can't really.
Yeah, off mic.
Off mic.
Actually, I don't care. So,
We don't have to go into it.
Don't tell me about it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So, do you think we're closer after going to the movies together for the first time?
Well, here's what happens when you go to the movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The lights turn out.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting closer. You got to share an armrest or not share an armrest. So there's a lot of like factors
Yeah.
that play. And then also, did you agree on the movie being good or not good?
Mm-hmm.
And so we agreed on the armrest. I think you just kind of kept your arm off of it.
Yeah. I was too busy folding into myself.
Yeah.
The scary
I was too.
stuff.
And I had
Yeah.
no one next to my left. So we both kind of went left a lot.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think.
also we were on the left side. So
And we were on the left
it
side,
made
so we
it
had to
easier
angle.
see.
Yeah.
We were too close to the screen.
Yeah. That wouldn't be my choice
It
of
would
seat.
never be my choice of seat. But it's like they wanted us to sit with them. And so,
Yeah. There were other people there.
yeah. Yeah. And I wanted to sit next to Andrew. So,
Yeah.
but I just, that was awfully close for me.
Okay. Well, then we agreed on that too.
Yeah. That's
So
great.
I think, yeah. And in all those ways, I think, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we talked about it. We had a nice car ride back
We had a car
here.
ride. Yeah.
Yeah, we're closer. God, every day we're getting closer. It's like pretty soon you're going to be part of me. I'm going to be part of you. Almost like a possession of sorts.
I feel like you're creepy.
I am. I'm asking. I'm not stating it. You think I'm creepy?
You were asking?
I'm like, I am?
You didn't. You said I am. Now, if I try and leave here and the door is
And there's no
sealed
John
shut,
here to
yeah.
help you. Do you
I-
feel safer when John's here?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah,
You think he'll protect you?
I
How
guess
do you know John's not
he could
here,
be.
Joe? How do you know John's not here?
Well, his truck
His
was
truck is
here. That's why I was like, when we walked in, I was like, okay, cool. And then you're like, oh yeah, he's in
you're
Vegas.
like, okay, cool. You can't be alone with me?
You're frightening me now.
Once I hit the space bar, you're going to get even more frightened, buddy.
I'm gonna
Prepare.
I'm gonna go on Facebook Live when this ends.
Oh, listeners, thank you so much for
Thank you.
tuning
Did you
in.
say if we're closer? You just agreed.
We are closer.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
just
you did say. You're like,
yeah.
oh, we get closer every day.
We do.
Okay, well, yeah, let's not dwell on it because
Well, I just want to drive it home.
You're starting to push me away.
It's like with you, there's such a fine line.
Well, we just watched a scary
have to
movie, and then you're like,
tightrope
you're
this
looking at me
line
like
with you.
you're an insane person.
I'm just sitting here, cross-leg, crisscross applesauce in my pajamas. I'm the most innocent-looking person right now. I'm wearing
That's-
pink pajamas.
That's
for
like a
Christ's sake.
horror movie trope. They look normal.
But I don't look normal. Let's just be honest.
Well, you look
It's hard for me to
maybe
look normal.
innocent. Or actually, you look like you're trying to look innocent. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just wearing pancakes.
Yeah.
And then you'd have a knife behind your back.
Well, I always have a knife behind my. Always. It doesn't matter if I'm wearing like unassuming clothes or some badass leather jacket. There's always a blade on me at all times.
And that would be exciting if there's a stack of pancakes in front of you. And
And
then
I
like,
took the knife.
well, we're like, oh, is she going to cut the pancakes or him?
Oh, so you think that would be funny to you?
No,
so
I think that would be
knife play.
suspenseful because you'd be
Okay.
like, oh, is she aggressively going towards slicing pancakes or is she going to slice his
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or you don't
flesh?
see the pancakes. You just see me going at you with a knife, and then it
And
cuts
then
to
it
the
comes
knife
to them.
going through the pancakes.
Well, we
think
should
it's-
make a movie.
We've had a lot of ideas tonight.
Jim
so-
Flapper's, what if he's a pancake chef?
And he was on his way to get groceries to make more pancakes when that little bitch cut his head off.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Millie.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah.
But isn't her real name Millie?
Yeah, but she's an actress. She's playing a cat.
I'm saying fuck you to Millie for
Wait.
playing that part. Okay.
How dare you take that role?
How dare you? I'm calling PETA.
Oh, there's a lot of kids that scare me out there.
They should. Some of them turn up to be Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm going to try to get a Jeffrey Dahmer in. Let's see this. I got a prediction. In the next few episodes,
Yeah.
I'm going to mention him a couple times.
Why?
I think we need to raise awareness just of
Awareness?
psychopaths and psychopaths, murderers, serial killers, and cannibals
Are
on
you
this podcast. Pro Jeffrey?
Yeah.
No.
Why are you bringing it up?
He fascinates me, but no, I hate him.
Do you have a
Favorite serial killer?
no? Well, do you?
I don't know if Charles Manson is considered a serial killer because A, he didn't actually kill anybody,
Why?
and B,
That's everyone's favorite defense of Charles. Well, he didn't actually.
well, he didn't do it. It can't help it that everyone else is a dumbass robot who follows every single order that they're giving.
He was a bad
But
guy, though.
he was a bad
Will
guy.
you say? Oh, you will say that. Okay.
He
good.
was a bad guy, yeah.
Okay, good.
He was abused his entire life, unlike Jeffrey Dahmer, who had a perfectly pleasant childhood.
Making excuses for.
But I would say Charles Manson.
Manson.
He's just so fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't think you
He's
can call
dead now,
him a
though, right?
serial
He
killer,
died.
though.
But he's so fucking weird. What a weird dude.
He's just your favorite person in general.
Yeah, I love him. We
In
write all the time.
any category.
He stopped writing me recently, though.
Did you get like married to him or something?
Yeah. You just notice a swastika carved into my forehead?
Oof. I feel bad for that widow, huh?
Oh, man.
You lost your husband.
And you got a swastika on your fucking
Well, that's
head.
fine, you know?
Yeah. Fit right in with this, in this climate.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, thanks so much. Check out the film or don't. It might scare you.
It might scare you, but challenge yourself today.
Yeah.
And come back and see us next week. How about that? Because
How about that? And listen to the old ones and give us your money.
guess what we're doing next week?
What?
On the podcast?
Tell me.
We're doing the blindfold food challenge.
Whoa. That's scary.
I know.
Speaking
That's
of scary.
facing your fears right there.
Wow.
I'm excited.
All right.
So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye. Been rolling for 5.5 minutes.
And none of it is good.
Nope.